2022-23 Premier League champions Manchester City are all set to take on Italian giants Inter Milan in the final of the UEFA Champions League final at the Ataturk Stadium in Istanbul. This will be just the second time that Manchester City have reached the Champions League final, and now will be looking to become just the second English team after Sir Alex Ferguson's 1999 Manchester United side to win the treble. They will be up against three-time champions at Inter Milan, who finished third in Serie A this season, and will be looking to win the Champions League final for the first time since 2010, when they were under the leadership of now AS Roma manager Jose Mourinho. I'm with Alan, and we discuss the Champions League final. This is a preview for the match, and we'll start off by going through the road to the final for both the sides.
So, Inter were grouped in one of the toughest groups in the Champions League this season, as they were paired with Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Now, given how things unfolded, Inter finished second in their group and progressed to the round of 16, where they had to face Porto. And now the affair, it was a KG one, but Inter were able to go through to the next round. And they faced another Portuguese side in the quarterfinals in the form of Benfica, who they defeated 5-3 across both legs. Then came the all-important Milan derby, which served as the semi-final, and Inter blanked their crosstown rivals 3-0 across both legs to reach their sixth Champions League final.
As for Manchester City, they blew over their group and won all the matches. Did not lose any match. They won 4 and they drew 2. Manchester City were drawn alongside Sevilla, Borussia Dortmund and FC Copenhagen, and they topped the group and were drawn alongside RB Leipzig in the round of 16, who they hammered 8-1, which included a 7-0 win at home. They were then drawn against Bavarian giants Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals, and they were too powerful for the Germans as well, as they won the tie 4-1. In the semi-finals, they faced 14-time champions Real Madrid, and again proved too powerful for Los Blancos and won 5-1 over the two legs. We will now go over the probable lineups that we could see in the final. Starting off with Manchester City, Pep Guardiola has favoured a 3-back system recently, and we could expect Edison in goal, with the fullback Kyle Walker playing as the right-sided centre-back, with Ruben Dias and Nathan Ake right next to him. Now, Pep Guardiola has also converted John Stones into a brilliant central defensive midfielder who could start alongside Rodri, with Ilkay Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne right ahead of him, flanked by Jack Grealish and Bernardo Silva. The 4 midfield setup their job will be to facilitate the Norwegian goal machine, that is Erling Haaland, who is expected to start as a central striker.
Now, coming to Inter, we can expect them not to change much from their tried and tested formula. Obviously, Onana will be in goal. Former Manchester United man Matteo Darmian, Acerbi and Bastoni will form the defense, and they will have Dumfries and Federico Di Marco as their wing backs, and the midfield is going to be Çalhanoğlu, Barella and Henrik Mkhitaryan, another former Manchester United man. Up front, they'll have the power of Lautaro Martinez to guide them for more goals. And again, coming to who would lead the line, it is a former Manchester City man, a guy who has won a lot of titles with Manchester City, a legend for them, Edin Dzeko, who would be looking to trouble the backline of City and probably lead them to victory.
So we'll just now discuss how could Inter Milan actually beat Manchester City. We know that Manchester City are the clear favourites. So what could Inter Milan do to overcome Pep Guardiola?
I think end of the day, the only thing that can stop Manchester City from winning their first Champions League is Pep Guardiola. He has done it many times where he micromanages his team too much, especially in crunch games. If you look at the 2021 final, if I'm correct, against Chelsea, he decided not to play a defensive midfielder, and Chelsea scored on the counter. And Inter Milan, if you look at their last Champions League win under Jose Mourinho, someone who is known for his counter attacks, they won 2-0 at the San Diego Bernabeu with two clear counter-attacking goals. Diego Milito scored both of them. So I expect that to be Inter's mantra in the final. And obviously for City, not too much micromanaging from their great manager who is on the cusp of history. And that is the only thing that for me could stop Manchester City from winning this final.
Yeah, and if Manchester City score first, we can expect them to go on a route.
Absolutely.
So, this will be the first time that the two sides meet each other across any competition. And Inter Milan will be hoping to spoil the party for Pep Guardiola and stop him from winning the treble. So, tune in to watch the match at 12:30 a.m. on Sunday, 11 June, and follow it live on IndiaToday.com.